ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामभित्रयवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् ॐ भगवान् श्री सत्य साई बाबाय नमः ॐ श्री साई सत्य स्वरूपाय नमः ॐ श्री साई सत्य धर्म परायणाय नमः ॐ श्री साई वरदाय नमः ॐ श्री साई सत्पुरुषाय नमः ॐ श्री साई सत्यगुणात्मने नमः ॐ श्री साई साधुवर्धनाय नमः ॐ श्री साई साधुजनपोषणाय नमः ॐ श्री साई सर्वज्ञाय नमः ॐ श्री साई सर्वजनप्रियाय नमः ॐ श्री साई सर्वशक्तिमूर्तये नमः ॐ श्री साई सर्वेशाय नमः ॐ श्री साई सर्वसङ्घपरित्यागिने नमः ॐ श्री साई सर्वान्तर्यामिने नमः ॐ श्री साई महिमात्मने नमः ॐ श्री साई महेश्वरस्वरूपाय नमः ॐ श्री साई पर्तिग्रामोद्भवाय नमः ॐ श्री साई पर्तिक्षेत्रनिवासिने नमः ॐ श्री साई यशकाय श्रीनिवासिने नमः ॐ श्री साई जोडि आदिपल्ली सोमप्पाय नमः ॐ श्री साई भारद्वाज ऋषि गोत्राय नमः ॐ श्री साई भक्तवत्सलाय नमः ॐ श्री साई अपान्तरात्मने नमः ॐ श्री साई अवतारमूर्तये नमः ॐ श्री साई सर्वभयनिवारिणे नमः ॐ श्री साई आपस्तम्भसूत्राय नमः ॐ श्री साई अभयप्रदाय नमः ॐ श्री साई रत्नाकरवंशोद्भवाय नमः ॐ श्री साई शिरडी साई अभेदशक्त्यावताराय नमः ॐ श्री साई शङ्कराय नमः ॐ श्री साई शिरडी साई मूर्तये नमः ॐ श्री साई द्वारकामाई वासिने नमः ॐ श्री साई चित्रावती तलपुट्टपत्तिविहारिणे नमः ॐ श्री साई शक्तिप्रदाय नमः ॐ श्री साई शरणागतत्राणाय नमः ॐ श्री साई आनन्दाय नमः ॐ श्री साई आनन्ददाय नमः ॐ श्री साई आर्तत्राणपरायणाय नमः ॐ श्री साई अनाथनाथाय नमः ॐ श्री साई असहाय सहायाय नमः ॐ श्री साई लोकबान्धवाय नमः ॐ श्री साई लोकरक्षापरायणाय नमः ॐ श्री साई लोकनाथाय नमः ॐ श्री साई दीनजनपोषणाय नमः ॐ श्री साई मूर्तित्रयस्वरूपाय नमः ॐ श्री साई मुक्तिप्रदाय नमः ॐ श्री साई कलुषविदूराय नमः ॐ श्री साई करुणाकराय नमः ॐ श्री साई सर्वाधाराय नमः ॐ श्री साई सर्वविद्वासिने नमः ॐ श्री साई सर्वपुण्यफलप्रदाय नमः ॐ श्री साई सर्वपापक्षयकराय नमः ॐ श्री साई सर्वरोगनिवारिणे नमः ॐ श्री साई सर्वबाधहराय नमः ॐ श्री साई अनन्तकर्त्रिणे नमः ॐ श्री साई आदिपुरुषाय नमः नमः। ॐ श्री साई आदिशक्तये नमः। ॐ श्री साई अपरूपशक्तिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई अव्यक्तरूपिणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई कामक्रोधध्वंसिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई कनकाम्बरधारिणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई अद्भुतचर्याय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आपद्बान्धवाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रेमात्मने नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रेममूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रेमप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रियाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तप्रियाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तमन्दाराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तजनहृदयविहाराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तजनहृदयालयाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तपराधीनाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तिज्ञानप्रदीपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तिज्ञानप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सुज्ञानमार्गदर्शकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई ज्ञानस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई गीताबोधकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई ज्ञानसिद्धिदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सुन्दररूपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई पुण्यपुरुषाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई फलप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई पुराणपुरुषाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई अतीताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई कालातीताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सिद्धिरूपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सिद्धसंकल्पाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आरोग्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई अन्नवस्त्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई संसारदुःखक्षयकराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वाभीष्टप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई कल्याणगुणाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई कर्मध्वंसिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई साधुमानसशोभिताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वमतसम्मताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई साधुमानसपरिशोधकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई साधकानुग्रहवृक्षप्रतिष्ठापकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सकलसंशयहराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सकलतत्त्वबोधकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई योगीश्वराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई योगीन्द्रवन्दिताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वमङ्गलकराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वसिद्धिप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आपन्निवारिणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई आर्तिहराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई शान्तमूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्री साई सुलभप्रसन्नाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबाय नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नमो तस्सा भगवतो Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. Ashim voho Vahishtemasti Ushasti Ushtamai Yatashai Vahishtai Hashem Shma Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah.
La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah.
La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Om Saishwaraya Vidmahe Sathya Devaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Saishwaraya Vidmahe Sathya Devaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Satya Devaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
ప్రేమ స్వరూపులారా,
embodiments of love.
ఈనాడు
Today,
ఈ దేహమునికేమో 75 అంటున్నారు.
we say this is 75th
నాకు
birthday.
ఈ ఏజ్ తో నాకు అక్కర్లేదు.
Bhagavan is not bothered of the age.
జగత్తు యొక్క క్షేమమే నాకు ప్రధానమైనటువంటిది.
Bhagavan thinks of the welfare of this world.
కష్టజీవులైనటువంటి వారిని ఆదరించడమే నా యొక్క ప్రధాన లక్ష్యము.
Bhagavan is the refuge of the forlorn.
కొన్ని దీనులు కష్టపడుతున్నట్టు వారి కష్టాలు తీర్చడమే నా యొక్క ప్రధాన కర్తవ్యం.
Bhagavan will remove all the obstacles and the problems that come in the way of
నేను
those that
ఎవరే
suffer.
విధమైనటువంటి రీతిగా నేను చాటినప్పటికీ నా యొక్క దీక్ష ఒక్కటే.
Bhagavan's determination is one.
కనుకనే పట్టిన పట్టేదో పట్టనే పట్టితివి,
You have taken determination anyway.
పట్టు చెల్లెడు దాకా తీరకుండు.
Hold on until it is fulfilled.
అడిగినదేదియో అడగనే అడిగితివి,
You have asked anyway.
అడిగిన దిడు దాకా విడువకుండు.
Until it is given, do not drop.
కోరినదేదియో కోరనే కోరుతిరి,
You have requested and begged.
కోరిక చెల్లెడు దాకా పోవకుండు.
And do not leave until it is granted.
పోరు పడలేక నేనైనా ప్రభువలయు,
He has to bless you out of disgust.
గొడవ తెలియక మీరైనా అడుగవలయు.
Or you must ask
అంతే
repeatedly.
కానీ
Only that.
ఇంకా మీ అంత మీరు తిరిగిపోవుట భక్తుని దీక్ష కాదు.
To return is not the quality of a devotee.
నీవు కోరినటువంటి జల్లేంత వరకు నువ్వు గట్టి పట్టులో ఉంటుంది.
Until your desire is fulfilled, hold on with determination.
ఇది మనకు దీక్ష.
This is the
ఇది
determination.
మానవుని యొక్క తపస్సు.
This is the
తపస్సు
penance.
అనగా అడవులకు పోయి తల కింద పెట్టుకుని కాళ్ళు పైన పెట్టుకుని తపస్సు చేయడం కాదు.
Penance does not mean going to the forest, turning your body in the
మాటను మనం
reverse direction.
దక్కించుకోవాలి.
and cuts out your desire
సత్యాన్ని కాపాడుకోవాలి,
and protect the truth.
మనం కృతజ్ఞతను పెట్టుకోవాలి,
Show gratitude.
ఆత్మవిశ్వాసం నిలుపుకోవాలి.
Hold on, keep up
ఇది
self-confidence.
ఏ భక్తుడి యొక్క ప్రధానమైనటువంటి జీవితము.
This is the life of a devotee.
ఎలాంటి ఇబ్బందులు వచ్చినప్పటికీ
There are many obstacles.
దీన్ని లెక్క చేయకుండా
Don't be carried away by them.
మన యొక్క జీవితమే మనం ఆధారంగా తీసుకోవాలి.
Go by your own experience.
నీ ఆత్మవిశ్వాసాన్ని నీవు పెంచుకో,
Develop your own
నీ
self-confidence.
ఆత్మగౌరవాన్ని నీవు పెంచుకో,
So also
నీ
self-respect.
ఆత్మత్యాగాన్ని నువ్వు చూసుకో.
Be ready for self-sacrifice.
ఈ దేహానికి దినాలు గడిచిపోయే కొద్దీ నెలలు కలిపి సంవత్సరాలు కూడా బయలుదేరుతుంటాయి.
As days pass by, months roll on, years pass by.
నాకు ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఈ బర్త్డే చేసుకోవాలని నాకు ఆశ లేదు.
Bhagawan never wanted the birthday
కానీ
celebration.
భక్తులందరూ చేరటం వల్ల వారి నిమిత్తమే నేను ఈ పండుగ చేసుకోవడానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తున్నాను.
As all devotees assembled here, birthday has got to be performed,
నాకు ఏమీ
observed.
ఇష్టం లేదు.
In fact, Bhagawan doesn't want it.
ఆ భక్తులు నేను ఈ రెండింటికి సంబంధమే నా యొక్క సంబంధం.
Bhagawan goes by this feeling, Bhagawan and his devotee.
भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, जप ध्यान बिना तन योग नहीं,
जप ध्यान बिना संयोग नहीं,
प्रभु दर्श बिना प्रज्ञान नहीं,
प्रभु दर्श बिना प्रज्ञान नहीं,
दय धर्म बिना सत्कर्म नहीं,
दया धर्म बिना सत्कर्म नहीं,
भगवान बिना कोई अपना नहीं,
भगवान बिना कोई अपना नहीं,
हरि नाम बिना परमात्मा 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 नहीं,
हरि भजन बिना शांति नहीं,
हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं,
हरि भजन बिना शांति नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि भजन बिना हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, सुख शांति नहीं, सुख शांति नहीं.
Sairam everyone. Humble pranams at our Mother Sai. I welcome all of you to a wonderful devotional program in the evening. I know with all the decorations it looks very pleasing, and I know we are in for a treat. So we had a very good Narayan Seva program in the morning to kick off Swami's birthday. And now we are in for a very special devotional program. I'm here to welcome, kick off the program. I'm here to welcome the speaker. I'm not going to say guest speaker because he's with us, with part of our center for a long time. I'm very honored to introduce Dr. Sudarshanam. Dr. Sudarshanam came into Swami's fold at 7 years of age in 1969. Along with his parents and his sister, soon he joined the Bal Vikas, now SSSC, at the Alsur Samiti in Bangalore in 1970. He joined the pre-university class at the Sathya College of Arts, Science and Commerce at Brindavanam in 1977. He received the BSc degree in Physics, Chemistry and Mathematics in 1982 and the MSc degree in Physics in 1984. Swami blessed him with the PhD degree in Physics in 1988 and directed him to join the faculty of Physics department at Brindavan. He moved to the US in 1991, where he has pursued since professional interest in the same technical fields of lasers, fiber optics, electro-optics and photonics, as he did at SSS IHL, Prashanthi Nilayam. He has several journal publications and patents to his credit. At his current affiliation, he leads dashboard projects on high energy pulsed fiber amplifiers. He continues to be actively engaged with the physics department at SSS IHL. With Swami's blessing, he has been an active member of local Sri Sathya Sai centers, including East Brunswick here in the US since 1997. Together with his wife, Priya Shri, and son, Sai Akshay. Sorry. See, we have seen so many degrees and things like that. But I just want to say this personal thing. When he comes to the center and join the Seva program, we can see him in one place without fail. The place is the kitchen sink area. No competition will be there. He will be there by the time he comes until all the dishes are washed. Right? Even this morning I was observing, where is Sudarshanam? You don't need to search. He'll be there in the washing utensils. I'm just saying, even though he accomplished so much, but the humbleness with him, he is serving Swami at any form, or it doesn't matter where he serves, right? He is somewhere or the other, he is serving Swami. And without further ado, I want to welcome Sudarshan Anna.
Ram, my wife is here. She'll ask me to do the dishes every time now.
Creating trouble.
मानस भजरे गुरुचरणं दुस्तर भवसा गरतरणं Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam Dustara Bhavasa Garataranam. Saram to every one of you here. Let us all collectively celebrate Swami's 98th birthday. If there is anything that makes us happy, if any day that makes us truly happy, it is this day. And that's the reason why I see so many of us here assembled on the Thanksgiving Day, when we could have easily made an excuse to stay at home. One thing that has inspired me a lot is the intensity of devotion that devotees have for Swami. When we were students in Swami's college, we would be sitting right very close to Swami. A lot of competition to get to the chair right beside Swami, sit there. And then we would have people come from abroad, from Malaysia, US, and so on. They will come and they'll be given a chance to do a performance in front of Swami. And they would sit with us, along with us. It will be really inspiring. And then Swami will look at all of us. And I got the brunt of it many a time because I was right there, in the front there, as part of the bhajan group. And Swami would say, look at those people. They come from far. Like bees they come. They come and take the honey from here, from Swami, and then they go back and enjoy. Now you guys, pointing to all the guys, I told you I was right there, you're all frogs in the well. At that time, we used to take it as a joke in the sense that Swami is just trying to, instigate us. But I think he was speaking the truth. We were frogs in the well, in fact. Seeing the intensity of devotion, be it the Akhanda Bhajan, be it Seva activities, be it the energetic youth, the kind of activities that all of you participate in, I don't feel like fish out of water in coming to the US at all. It's almost as though all of that gap has been filled up here, more than what I would have wanted. It is this inspiration that carries us forward in life. Let me come back to this Manasa Bhajare. Let me assure you, if you were to translate this into English and say, Man means like mind, Manasa means out of mind, using your mind. Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam, Dustara Bhavasa Garataranam. If you were to take it as a mind, Bhajare, worship with your mind, be sure you will be drowned in samsara. So what is Swami really meaning by Manasa Bhajare? By this Manasa, he is talking of the heart. What is this heart? That is a combination of 4 aspects. Manas, Buddhi, Aham, Akaram, and then Chittam. These are the 4 that are called as Antakarana. When these are directed towards God, then these things that control our actions to our senses will all be aligned to the God within us. So when he says Manasa Bhajare, he is actually asking us to align our inner self, that who we are, that Aham, to the Brahman or the Atma within us. And how are we supposed to do that? Guru Charanam. There is a deeper meaning behind this Guru Charanam. Why do we say Charanam? Because Charanam is taken to be like Sharanagati, right? That means falling at the feet. You're surrendering. There's nothing you can surrender to Swami. Swami says very often, what is it that is of your own that you're going to give me? He's not doing it by force, so there's no question of surrendering to him. There's no question of us giving him, offering him anything, because everything that we can offer is actually what he has already given us. So you would say then, okay, what else can we offer? We can offer our love to Swami. Well, love is ours, right? Because we are loving Swami, right? So love is ours. But Swami says, even that love I actually planted in you. So everything is his. If we were to worship Swami in that way, That is, if we were to give up ownership of all of this and we were to worship his feet that way, then we reach him. I don't have to talk about miracles that Swami does. We call them as miracles, but truly speaking, they are actually manifestations of his real love for all of us. He would wave his hand, he would create a lot of objects. We all know that. He has saved lives. He has protected us from a lot of difficulties. Not one or two, so many people from so many countries. He has even appeared in the USA literally in flesh and blood in front of people in order to bring them towards him. All of that we know. There are a lot of instances of that. Today I decided that I'm not going to talk about that because there are so many leelas, so many things that he has done that there is no doubt about it. I have seen it with my own eyes, so why will there be any difficulty in accepting that? So that is not the key thing at all. Those are all really manifestations of his love. But I was keen while I was there at Swami's College to observe him very closely. I had the lucky chance of being a bhajan group member, and that gave me proximity that I could see him in various different occasions and situations as part of many other groups. So that way there was contact with Swami all the time. And I've seen him from all different angles and different situations in the presence of different VIPs to great people to just an ordinary person, a common man on the street, you could say. I've seen him from all of this. And I collected 9 aspects, or I would say for me, it's 9 pearls that I've gotten from observing Swami over several years. I'll come to those. I brought this paper because I might miss 1 or 2 of them. So these 9 were very key to me because this was born not out of reading the scriptures or anywhere. These are things that I saw him do. This is basically, if you ask me for, in our projects or when we have this product development cycle, we have this thing called VNV. VNV is for verified and validated, right? I can tell you all these 9 that I'm going to talk about are all verified and validated, absolutely. And not with any doubt, but within a way in which I sort of looked at him. It's like this. Can he be God for 5 minutes and not God be for another 5 minutes? Never worked that way. He was God all the time. Can he be loving to one person and not to the other person? No, he was loving everybody. Can he be selfless in one situation and not in another situation? No, he was selfless all the time. He gave a lot of importance to discipline. Will he accept one person just because he likes him to be indisciplined? He'll let him go and take it off on another person, be very strict about discipline. No, he was equal to everybody. So a lot of things like this I gathered, and so there are 9 qualities. And what happened is this: I wasn't sure where I should start and where I should end because there's so much that we have gathered about Swami. Now, last week we had this excellent program by the SSC children on Sai Katha, and I left here after the program. In my mind, this is a phrase that I have used not in just that I'm going to use in this talk, but I've done this elsewhere as well. And I like this because this is what I observed out of my own experience. Transform people without condemning them. This is something this has absolutely blown me off. I have seen a lot of transformations happen, and he never got angry with the person. You can transform people by creating fear in them. But he was transforming in a different way. He was transforming without complaining, without condemning anybody. So I use this phrase, transform without condemnation, and I've done this before. So in my list, it's there actually. Okay, one of those things that I jotted down out of the 9, it's there. So I left the Sunday program here and I went from here. Typically after the Sunday programs, like not the normal Sunday sessions, I would go home. I would go directly to home. I would pass by Costco, but I would go straight home. But last Sunday, I had to return some things to Costco. So what I did was I went there to Costco, returned the stuff, came out of there, and then just as I got into the car, a thought struck me. Why don't I go to the Shirdi Baba temple that's nearby? So near Costco, there's a Shirdi Baba temple. Let me confess, I'm not as devoted as my wife is to Shirdi Baba. For her, every little thing she'll run to the Shirdi Baba temple that's in North Brunswick. Me, I'll give every excuse to stay away. And Sundays when I pass through, I'll not go there at all. I'll just skip and go because I want to come home. But as I got into the car, I got this idea, let me go to the Shirdi Baba temple. I had about 1 minute to make my decision. You know, you come out, there's a rotary there, and I can decide either to go this way or that way. And typically I would take the other way and head off to one and be home. But the pull was strong on Sunday. And I swerved and then I took to the Shirdi Baba temple. It was a bit dark. I went there and as I'm approaching, I'm seeing there's no car at all in front of the temple. Typically there'll be at least a few cars. There was not one car left there. So I said, okay, maybe it's possible that they closed this place down because I had not been there for more than a year. I skipped for more than a year. And I thought that maybe it's closed, but let me take a look. So I go there, I park my car, and then I look up, the lights are on. Okay, at least there's some life that there's lights are on. So I parked my car, I entered in. Just as I entered in, I heard Vedam chanting. I said, okay, this must be a tape recorder playing. There is no car outside. I don't see anybody around. There must be a tape recorder playing this. So I go up there. Wonder of wonders, there's actually the priest sitting all alone by himself with a mic in front of him, and he's chanting the suktams. So I was like very happy. Nobody around, no distractions. I can peacefully sit there and listen to the Vedam. So I did the pradakshina of Shirdi Baba, came back, sat there. And in a few minutes, after he had finished the Durga Suktam, he had a sort of like a booklet in his hand. And in that booklet, he was reading something, but I thought he was talking on the cell phone. And as he was reading something, it was exactly what I had intended to talk about today. Transformation without condemnation. This was in Telugu. I heard it, but I wanted to make sure that I got the words right. But it was exactly that. Not only that, it is said in a better way than I could have said today. It is said in a way that was better than what I could have said. This is very important. So I heard this, and then what he did was, this is only a short paragraph, 3 lines he read from somewhere. I don't know what he read, but I got the meaning that this was about transformation. And he went on to do Bhriguvalli after that. You know, at the end of Bhriguvalli, you had the Samaganam thing and all that was done. And then if he finished, and then I was a lone guy. I was sitting near the back of the temple, and the priest came to me and he started to talk to me. I said, what did you read? You know, the 3 sentences that you read, and it looked like this is what I heard. He denied it completely. He said, I didn't read anything like that. I don't recall having said anything about transformation. I said, no, look, I'm not hard of hearing. I've definitely heard you say this. And he wouldn't believe me. He said, no, I did not. I said, okay, let's go look at the book that you have. And so we go to the book, it's in Telugu, so I cannot read. I couldn't point to him where it was in the book either. So what he did was that he took a paragraph, is this what it is? I said, no, that's not what it is. We tried another paragraph, that's not what it is. Then he came to another paragraph, it said, Akalkot Maharaj, this is Shirdi Sai Vratam. And he said, no, this is all Shirdi Sai Vratam. If you want, you can go and look up Google, and then you can get what you're asking for. I said, no, it's only 3 lines. Tell me where it is. And there it was, bingo. We got those 3 lines. And it was exactly what it is. Transformation without condemnation. But he used 2 other words That is extremely important for us. All of us talk about how do we practice this love? How do we practice this? Swami, you say it very easily, love all, serve all. How can we accept everybody to be loving all? But there are two words that are used there. Durmargam and Sanmargam. So what is written there in that Sai Sathya Vratam, I believe, is what scriptures. And he says there that Durmargudu, see the use of the word Durmargudu. Nobody in this world is actually bad. It is just that some of us have gone astray, that's all. And we now put them down as, oh, these are bad, these are cruel, these are people who hurt us. We sort of hate them, we despise them, we keep away from them. But God does not look at it that way. For God, He only sees the God within us. So all that He sees is that some people have gone into the wrong path. That is the reason why He doesn't condemn anybody. He transforms us without condemning because He is aware of the truth. There's nothing really wrong with any of the human beings. But it is just that we've gone in the wrong path, and He just transforms us just like that, brings us around, reorients us, puts us on the right path, and there we are. So this is key to understanding how we need to interact with people. If we want to love people, how do we do that? Think of them, whoever we hate, whoever we despise. It's just that they've gone astray a little bit. They will come and they'll also be back and everything will be fine. So the first quality that I saw, which you're all familiar with, He loved all. So the question would be, yes, He loved all. But what about enemies? Did He not have people who caused controversies, who suspected what He was doing, who rejected what He was doing? People did not accept Swami that easily. So how did He handle it? Well, forget enemies. What about frenemies? Right? Who are friends, who look like friends, but they are actually enemies. Right? What about frenemies then? In the summer course 1978, at the end of the summer course, the last day, Swami asked all the students to go into the auditorium. It was a special session for the students. The doors were all shut off. Swami said, shut all the doors, no public was allowed. And then that day was probably the only, maybe the second time, but probably one of the first few times, that Swami talked about his childhood. I want to talk about this because even as a child, this is what I'm saying, it's not as if Swami suddenly got wisdom and started to be loving all. It was there from the birth, from early on. And Swami talks about this. Swami's hair, right? It's very curly, right? Very thick. And so when Swami was young itself, when he was a child, he had this curly hair. And we all know that he was part of the Pandari Bhajan group. He had lot of fame already attached while he was a child. Even God was not spared of our human jealousy. Those kids around him were jealous of the attention that he was getting. So Swami said, while he was narrating about his childhood, that his classmates or people the children who were with him were so jealous of him, they would push him to the sands on the Chitravati, the hot sands that are there. They would push him and then drag Swami over those sands. If you put your foot on Chitravati sands, you will know. It will be really burning hot in the summertime. And they would drag Swami on the sand. That's not the problem. That's okay. But Swami said, when he came back home, he had to take the thorns out of that curly hair. He had to take those thorns out. And Swami said, that would take hours to take out. And by the way, that area where the Rayalaseema area where it is, these thorns can also be poisonous, by the way. If these prick, you can actually lose your life. That's how bad they are. They're really tough thorns. And Swami said, I had to take them out. Every day when I come back after this happens, I had to patiently take all the thorns out of us. But he never complained about it. We are hearing this in 1978. Okay, when was his childhood, right? He was born in 1926. Never in between have you heard of this. He said this, he revealed to this, it was a very closed door session where he revealed a lot of things. And another example too, right? He had only, we all have 10s and 20, our wardrobe is full, right? All sorts of colors, we have all sorts of, fabrics there. Swami did not have that luxury. He had one shirt that too a rich man's son who was his classmate had given him, right? But one thing though, if you look at Swami's robe, you will see those two creases there, right? Always when he came out for darshan, he'll be spick and span. There will be never a wrinkle, and he'll come really because so many devotees are seeing him, and he'll be the perfect God that you can keep into your vision and hold on forever. And Swami wanted to wear clean shirt and an iron shirt. But in the village of Puttaparthi, where do you have an iron box? There is no iron box. And Swami described this. He took a vessel and he put coal into that, right? And that way, with that vessel now, he would iron the shirt. So that next day he can be spick and span. As a child, only one shirt, he would take it off, wash it, and then iron it himself. There are many things like this. So he loved all. And he was also very self-disciplined. So let me read this list, 9, and then I'll probably go not in a particular order because there are certain things that I want to talk about. The first one is loved all. Second one is served all, but not just served all with humility. That's the important thing. The third one, again, we all know, helped ever, he hurt never. Helped ever, let's leave that aside. Hurt never, let me come to that. That's the transforming without condemnation. Transforming without hurting you. That's the key thing. And the fourth one was, what appealed to me most was that he was genuine. I have not seen another human being whom I can trust 100%. Absolute trust. But he was absolutely genuine. That trust was an easy thing to develop. The fifth one was self-confident. Let me tell you this. If you have acquired a talent, a skill, there are times when you doubt yourself and you may need practice, right? You may have to practice. But I have watched this very closely, out of my own curiosity. Is there any time when he is creating vibhuti that he is doubtful of himself? Never. Never. When he creates anything, it's full confidence. There's absolutely, I've tried this many times. Is there any situation in which he doubts himself? Never. I'll guarantee you this much. 13 years I observed him very closely. He has taken, I tell you once, I'm sort of going off in my list here, but just to tell you what he can do. He called the PhD boys once for a session. We went in there and we didn't know what was going to happen, and he started to he created a big pendant like this with really ornate, the gold, ornate design. And there was Rama on that. Beautiful enamel picture of Rama. He took that, he passed it around, he told, we are all PhD boys, he passed it around, he said, all of you look at those very carefully. Look at the design, he said. Look at the design very carefully. So it came to each one of us. We were about 25 students at that time. And each one of us held it in our hand. We saw it, observed it, we passed it around, and Swami was speaking, came around. Then Swami said, what form would you like to see? Okay, I showed you Rama. And he blew on it, it became Krishna. Yeah, the enamel changed to Krishna, right? The ornate design that was there, that also changed completely. He said, now see again. It went around again, it came back. And then of course, then he asked, what else do you want to see? Rama's done, Krishna's done. Of course it will be Swami, right? So somebody asked for Swami. And he blew on it again, it became Swami. He said, take it around. Then it passed around, then it came back to his hand. And he said, now I can do something. I can change one of you into a woman. And everybody was silent, that's it. Nobody wanted anything further. But what I'm saying is that he had this because he's God, he can do anything he wants. He can, at will, anything can happen. Where is this confidence coming from? I wanted to investigate that for myself. Because even if we cannot be, what is it that when we want to follow him, what is it that we can chip off so that we can use it in our daily life? Self-confident. The other next one is self-disciplined. I can't go into all the details, so I'll skip this one. Probably I'll reserve it for the Jersey City talk the day after tomorrow. And he was absolutely pure and selfless. Again, this is something that went into my heart directly. It is not the matter of being selfish or not selfish in a worldly way. Selfless is something beyond that. That is absolutely no desires, absolutely no consciousness of the body, no place given at all for anything that has to do with the body. And then the other one, which you'll be surprised about, he was a perfect manager. Absolutely perfect manager. There's a lot we can talk about here, but we won't have time, so let me skip that again. Then the last one is Anandadayi. And he is Hridayasthai. I have absolute proof for this. Anandadayi. He is the one, he is the source of Ananda. Let me come to a few instances that will sort of make this, but I won't go in this particular order. My father, he was like 86 at the time this happened. As some of you may know, at the period that actually 1 year after Sai was born, there were a lot of leelas that Swami did in our home in Bangalore. But we were here, Sai, myself, and Priya in the US. So between the US and Bangalore, lot of intercontinental leelas were going on. Lot of intercontinental leelas. And these were like 24x7, by the way. Mind-boggling it will be, but take it from me, I'm a scientist. I don't accept things that easily. Okay, and Swami actually, in many, many ways, knew that I would sort of be very inquisitive about how he did things, and he revealed a lot of things as well. 24x7 we had access to Swami's blessings and instructions. Any problem we could just call up. Sai's early life, that is, every little thing that happened to Sai was blessed by Swami. Be it clothes, be it anything. I won't go into the details there, but let me come to this instant. My father was about 86 years old then. He was sleeping on a cot, and at night he fell. He just rolled off the cot and he fell. This is his description. When he fell, of course he's asleep and he's falling down. So when he rather woke up at that point, he said that he felt like a bulb go off. Like a huge sound, like a bulb go off. This is his description. That's what he thought it was. But he had fallen. My sisters who were around, they got up. And then they, of course, were worried, right? 86 and the skull breaking, and because he had hit the ground. That's what we all thought. And when he got up, nothing was wrong. Everything was fine. Not a scratch, nothing happened. He didn't lose his memory, nothing happened. He was absolutely well as he was before. But one remark I still remember him saying, I thought it was a huge bulb blowing off somewhere. And of course we knew that Swami had saved him. But here is the truth behind it. Why I want to say is this. It is an incomparable power. We cannot fathom that power at all. If you are a scientist, you will be able to figure out what Swami said later on. Swami said, do you think I would have let his skull touch the floor? Do you think that I would have let his head touch the floor? And then Swami explained something. You need science to understand this, by the way. Swami said, his head did not hit the ground. But then what was that sound that he heard? I was very curious, but because my father is describing that is a bulb going off. That means something hit the ground and something broke. Not a skull, it was fine. But what then happened? This is a physical thing. And Swami said, no. That sound came because I had to create a force to keep his head up. I had to create a force to keep his head up. We are talking of gravity here, right? A heavy head about to fall on the ground. I'm glad that Swami said that to me because I can understand what it takes to do that. To create that force, to keep something against the gravity is a lot of force. But then he never made a claim about it afterwards. It's because we were curious to know how it happened. Swami explained how it happened. So, he serves all. Now let me point out one other thing here. So we are expecting that Swami will help us all the time. But for Swami to be there and create this thing, he must have been there all the time with him. Imagine this. No, don't dismiss this off, but imagine what it takes to be God. We say, I'm God, we clap here, do bhajan and go away, and then we're back to our normal routine. But to be God is not that easy because he has to protect us all the time because that's what we think he will do, and he has to live up to that. He was there all the time for saving my father that day. Around the time the tribe Vrindavan was built, that particular year, there was a new program that the hostel warden came up with. He said, when we go to the homes during vacation, instead of wasting our time where we go to our hometowns, why don't we do some kind of service activities? So what happened is that all the students in the hostel, about 200 of us from Puttaparthi, were kind of divided into groups. And for each group from each city, there was one senior student who was made the leader. It was my turn to be the leader for the Bangalore group. Okay, so we were about 14 students. So we took up some service activities. So we typically don't. Students would never mingle so much with the general public in those days. And there was no Grama Seva either at that time, not so much of it. So when we came to Bangalore, we took up some service activities. Cleaning, going and cleaning places and so on. That was all normal thing. Now, one thing though, here is a privilege. Only those students who were in Bangalore got the opportunity to go for darshan, right, every day while Swami was in Vrindavan. So we would go in the morning and then stay there until the evening and then come back home. Next morning again we'll go from our home because we are not allowed to stay in the hostel during the vacation time. Only Swami and then the few lecturers and so on will be allowed. We were students at that time, we were not allowed. So every day we would commute from Bangalore to the city to Whitefield, which is about 22 kilometers or about 18 miles, let's say. So what we did was this, and I hope you will agree with me on this. While Swami is in Vrindavan, we would want to be in Vrindavan in his presence, right? We don't want to have any activities that will take us away because it's a golden chance to be in Swami's presence. And therefore what we did was this, all the service activities were kept on days when Swami was absent physically from Vrindavan. I also had an idea because I was the lead of this team and I said, let's do a photo exhibition. That was probably one of the very first few photo exhibitions done that way because there was not much history of that way. And what was this? This photo exhibition would be taking all Swami's teachings and of course many other religious leaders, spiritual leaders as well. Every photo that we would put in there would be kind of like tied to some kind of teaching of Swami. So I was also good at calligraphy, Indian ink calligraphy. So I had decided to make charts. We had to get the photographs for this. Imagine every one of the spiritual teaching, you have to have Swami do some action. That photograph must be there. Then you must fit it in properly so that when they see the photograph and Swami's teaching, everything will line up and it will create an impact. This was the kind of idea that I had. So we had to go collect the photo because we didn't have a whole lot of pictures that we could put in there. So we identified a few old devotees. We went to their houses. They had black and whites from Swami's childhood. So we gathered their albums. We asked for all of that. We got it all. Okay. So I had a lot of photos. And I made 50 charts. We're talking of a chart that is about 2 by 4, let's say. And each of them packed with about 12 to 14 or so pictures on them. And in the middle would be the instruction of the teaching. So I would go for darshan, come back home. At night I would do this, and I had made 50 charts. Of course, we have to exhibit this somewhere, right? It's a photo exhibition. So we went to Dr. Padmanabhan, whom you all may recognize. We went to Dr. Padmanabhan and told him, this is our idea, so we need your help with things. And Dr. Padmanabhan was very gracious. He said, yes, we will do this. It's a very nice idea. Let's do this. And we decided where it would be held. And we decided it would be in Gandhi Bhavan. So the exhibition was supposed to be held in Gandhi Bhavan. And he had already sent out, so before I come to that, the date for a thing. I told you already the logic behind doing service activities when Swami is not present in Vrindavan. So I thought that if this exhibition is held when Swami is there, nobody will come for the exhibition because everybody will be in Vrindavan, right? So what I had decided was that when Swami is away, let's have this exhibition. Stupid, right? Absolutely stupid, right? But there's a reason for that. Because I did not think this is such a great thing for hubris to go and tell Swami, oh, we're doing an exhibition, by the way, oh, there's 50 charts here, Swami, about you. I had I was not such a person to go and claim that either with Swami. So what I did was this. I asked somebody who was close to Radha Krishna what Swami's plans were. He said, Swami is likely to go to Hyderabad. Tickets are booked for a certain week. I said, that's good. So the week that Swami was going to Hyderabad, we fixed our date for the exhibition. The circulars had gone to all the Balvikas, all the there are about 30 Samitis in Bangalore, and all of them were circulated. This notice had gone out for the date. And what do you think he would do? I had this great plan. He won't be there. Let's have it in Bangalore, and that way, everything's done. Everything will be nice. He changed his plan. He didn't go to Hyderabad. Now a problem now, right? So he's going to be in Vrindavan. We are going to miss a session with him, a valuable session with him, if we are away at the exhibition. Exhibition is nothing for us, but being with him in his presence is much, much more valuable. We never know what he might do on what day. We cannot miss anything at all. So here was a problem. I was left with only one alternative. I had to invite him, right? There's only one way, right? So listen very carefully to this. It's a very important lesson this incident is going to tell all of us. I made an invitation for Swami, again with my calligraphy pens. And all the 14 students, we all went together. We stood for Swami's darshan. As Swami was coming out, I went to the card. I sort of like stood out of line, and then I pushed the card in front of Swami. He saw the card, rejected. Did not take the card. Here I am, 50 charts I have done. Come on, a little bit of grace, right? I did so much of work. I did so many things. Just taking a card is not a big deal. Just say yes and take it. Just put on a smile and be done with it, right? No, he did not take the card. But one thing I also knew, when he does not do something, there's always something behind. It's just that we have to wait for finding out what the problem is. He went to the Sai Ram shed for giving darshan. He came back, and while he was coming back, he signaled to the boys to go to the Kalyana Mandapam. This is in the morning, not the evening sessions, but in the morning, because there was some construction work going on in Trai, and then he asked us to go to the Kalyana Mandapam. So we went into the Kalyana Mandapam. There are a lot of VIPs and not many students, just the 14 of us and probably a few more. So Swami's chair is there, and I went and sat right beside Swami, with the card in my hand. Initially, my card was down. Every few minutes, it went 2 inches up like that. Inch by inch, I went up like this. And finally, I brought it to, he cannot ignore me any longer. But this card is in an envelope, by the way. And he looked at it, he didn't take it. He looked at me straight into my eye. He just asked one question. Rent evaru icharu. Rent evaru icharu. I responded, Swami, the organization gave the rent. I immediately responded to Swami that organization gave the rent. But it was stern. He was like directly looking to my eyes. He was not happy. That's the reason he didn't take the card. And he asked, rent evaru icharu. I understood immediately, but I couldn't get off and go and make the correction in my invitation card. That's where the problem was. What is it? Dr. Padmanabhan and the organization had paid 100 rupees for renting the Gandhi Bhavan venue on our behalf so that the students will not have to pay out of their pocket. Padmanabhan didn't tell Swami, by the way. I didn't tell Swami. Padmanabhan doesn't know that I'm giving an invitation to Swami in a certain format. He has no clue about that. He's not going to go tell tales to Swami either. He's not going to complain either. A very great gentleman. How did Swami know something that had happened? He asked the question, who paid the rent? I got the message. I came back to the hostel, ran after Swami's darshan. I took the invitation card. I made a small change. And this was the change. What was the original invitation? We, the students of the Sri Sathya Sai College and University in Prashantanilayam, invite Swami to come to the graces, with his divine presence at the exhibition. What was the change I had to make after this question from Swami? We and the Sathya Sai organization of Bangalore invite you, Swami, to come to the... I knew immediately what was the problem. But then there's a litmus test, right? Swami had given me the intelligence to make the correction, but the litmus test is that he has to accept it. That's when I know what the problem is. So I knew what the problem was. Evening we went for darshan, the evening session. Now I was hesitant because I was not sure if he was going to accept, because morning I was rejected. This change may not be what is going to think. And Swami came, he was happy. He pulled his, the sleeve here and said, give me the invitation. Accepted. What was a change? I failed to recognize someone else who had also contributed to that seva. It may be 100 rupees. Maybe I did 50 charts, but they paid 100 rupees. You can dismiss that and say 100 rupees. But for Swami, even though nobody complained to Swami, he is Satyam itself, truth. Nothing can go to him that is asatyam. Therefore, he rejects things. When we give something that is not true, even though you can say that, well, I didn't know about it, but that's where Swami says we have to use our intelligence. I had enough intelligence to think about that, but I did not. But once the correction was made, that smile on Swami's face was so beautiful. That correction was made and Swami accepted it. Very good. Next day comes the real thing, right? Exhibition. 8 o'clock we had to be in Gandhi Bhavan. The exhibition will start. Unfortunately, we'll be away from Vrindavan that morning. But we had a little bit of hope that maybe, Swami might come. And this hope actually turned out close to reality. Not reality, but close to reality, because at around 4 o'clock we got a phone call through some Sevadal that Swami is actually coming to the Raj Bhavan, almost close to the Gandhi Bhavan. Raj Bhavan is not very far away, right? Swami can go to the Raj Bhavan, governor's house, and then come from there by car to the Gandhi Bhavan. So we thought, oh, this is a nice thing, right? Because now Swami is coming there. That means he's going to come to the exhibition. Exhibition was supposed to end at about 6:30 or so. We waited for Swami. 7 o'clock, Swami didn't come. 8, Swami didn't come. 8:30, Swami didn't come. 9, Swami didn't come. 9:30, we got a call again that Swami is already on his way to Vrindavan. Okay, time to close shop because we waited enough. And by the way, in all of this effort, a lot of Sevadal had helped us with the venue, with conducting the exhibition. And so we left at around 10 o'clock from the exhibition. The details are important here because what happens the next day. And we left, we told all the boys that next morning let's go for darshan again. So we went for darshan now, but I took all the 50 charts in my hand. I rolled them up all, the whole thing. I had a huge bundle in my hand. Again, we waited for darshan as Swami came. He saw the charts. He didn't reject or anything. He just looked and went away. And when he came back again after darshan, Swami said, go to Kalyana Mandapam. Again, we went to Kalyana Mandapam the next morning, and I sat beside Swami, right beside Swami with these charts. And Swami said, show me the charts. I tell you, 45 minutes Swami spent with us that day, looking at every chart. All the efforts that we put into those charts never went waste. Swami was reading what was written there. Swami looked at the photographs, and Swami is cutting a few jokes. He's Sarvantaryami. He knew everything, right? He said, the funny things that happened, right? He said, who inaugurated your exhibition? we had actually invited one of the VIPs, like who sits inside, and Swami, his name is Papu, he's a scientist whom I knew well, and so I said, Swami, Papu Chadante. Swami is kind of like sarcastic. See, we should have invited Swami to come and do the like, but anyway, that's how it happened. Swami kind of like, oh, Papu chi inaugurate chesadu. So that was one joke. And then Swami asked, how many people came? Now, we were very good in organization. We had a visitors book, and there were students who were actually specifically assigned the task of counting how many people came. Okay, so these guys had given me the report back, because I was a lead, so they had told me around 300, exceeding 300 had come. So that was in my mind already. So when Swami asked how many people came, I said, Swami, more than 300. Wow, like, and Swami said, 300 are all Balvika's children. I wish I had brought the visitor's notebook today. In fact, when I went home this year, memories came back. I had put this away, and that visitor's book, Swami had actually seen the whole. I brought it here, actually. I just couldn't get it to show you, but it was very nice. And Swami, Balvika's children. How did he know? He was not there, okay? Physically, he was not there at the venue. Nobody told him this, and very nice. And so he saw all the charts, and then at one chart, towards the end, Swami looked at a picture, and Swami's expression changed completely. It was almost as though he had become a child suddenly, like that expression changed. He was not emotional, but close, very, very close to emotional, by the way. Something had changed there. Some chord had hit him. And Swami asked this question, Yavari Charu. See, because I'm seeing what Swami is seeing, so I can tell what he's asking about. He asked Yavari Charu. That there was a photo, a small little photo, by the way. And he asked, who gave this photo? I said, Swami, old devotee, because that's where we got all the photos from. Some old devotee we got it from. That's all. He didn't say anything. And then after he saw all the charts, Swami was very happy. Swami said, Tisko, that means take Padnamaskar. All the 14 of us took Padnamaskar, blessed all of us, and we were very happy. I came out, we ran to the photographer. His name is Burgess, I think. And we ran to the photographer. I took the small little photograph and I gave it to him, and I said, what can you do for us before darshan this evening? This has to be blown up. Take a negative of because there's no negative, it's just a photograph. Take a negative of this and then do the photograph and bring it to us by evening. So he rushed to Bangalore because he has a laboratory, a photo development laboratory. He went there, he succeeded in capturing it properly. He brought a roll and then gave it to us. Next day, we sent, because we can't give this to Swami directly, so we sent this picture to Swami inside, and Swami accepted. What was this picture about? In that picture, you have Swami's mother and father together. They're standing beside each other. There is no other photograph anywhere that shows them both together. And that was what Swami said. I want to tell something here. Swami is not attached at all to his parents in the body way, right? But these two were two of the greatest devotees you can talk about. Ishwarama we all know. But not much is said about Pedda Venkaparaju, right? We think that, it's only Ishwarama all the time, right? But these were two great devotees. Pedda Venkaparaju had actually, once he accepted him as God. In fact, there's one incident where Vittal Rao goes and tells his Swami's father, hey, what man, you're like they're pals, and he says, what, your son has now become God. And Vittal Rao then says, well, he's not God only for me, he's God for the whole world. That was a kind of devotion, two great devotees. And that I could understand. That softening that I saw in Swami's expression is not because of the bodily attachment to things, but two great devotees. To see them, you could clearly see that such an emotion it was for Swami. And let us remember that, because when we have that kind of devotion, Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam, he will accept us completely. The exhibition was over, But then Swami did not forget the exhibition. We came back to Puttaparthi, and once we came back to, I didn't expect this at all. Then the warden came and said, Swami wants you to redo the exhibition now in the Puttaparthi hostel. And he wants all the students to see what you had done. So now conduct another exhibition in the hostel. So we got back all the pictures. We made another exhibition within the hostel. And not only that, Swami sent word through Nanjundaya, Professor Nanjundaya, and also Swami had sent Professor Gokak, the whole administrative block, all the university professors, Swami had sent all of them to go and see the exhibition. And then it was only when Professor Nanjundaya came and told me, he said, Swami is so happy with this exhibition. So that way, what I'm saying is that initially it started off with a little bit of a wrong path, right? I had not acknowledged something that I should have done, not out of intention, but by mistake, but still. But once that has been corrected and I'm put on the right path, he never condemned me. Nobody knew that Swami had asked me about the rent. Not even the guy who was sitting beside me would know what. It was only for me, just directly into my eyes, who paid the rent. And still it rings in my ears. So now when I do my project work or whatever I do in my work, for example, I make sure that even if somebody only had 1% contribution, who paid the rent, better give the credit to that person. Right? This is accepted. This is what is our business culture these days. We are expected to acknowledge everybody. But Swami taught me that then itself, that we have to, and Swami also talks about this. There are differences in the parts of the organization. Like say you have 5 different parts of the organization, but they're all connected by the palm here. None of them can individually operate. So we all operate together. There should be no differences at all. We all have to be together. That's what this is. In those days, the organization was kind of separate from the students. And so by this, I was taught a good lesson. Now, I'll keep this short. I'm going to come to one more, and I think, rather 2 more, and then I think we'll end this. So other thing is also this. Again, transforming without condemning. So I must confess that I did another mistake, right? When Sai was born, right, we were here, right, and I didn't add Sai to his name. We named him as Akshara. Aksharaha is basically Vishnu's name. And so my father suggested that we name him Aksharaha, and therefore we kept it. So Aksharaha, Venkatapuram Sudarshan, something like that it was. And as I said, 1 year after he was born, a lot of leelas happened. And then Swami said, why didn't you put Sai in his name? He didn't get angry with me. I should have done that, right? I was a student there. That's the first thing that I should have done. But see the mind, right? But in a way, I was justified because I was not claiming any proximity to him. Crowds had gone up. We were here. And there was no easy way to go to Swami and ask him to name my son. But see the wonderful way in which he did. He wrote a small chit and dropped, add his name, Sai to his name. And he had signed off on that. Immediately my wife and I rushed to the Elmira court. We went there and we submitted an application for changing his name, and we added Sai to his name. And that is how Swami had actually given him that name. Though we call him Akshara, the Sai was added by Swami actually. Now you would think that, okay, what's it? So once when we were in school, and he had a keyboard and he was playing on the keyboard, and surprising, Priya and myself were the back, standing at the back, edge of the corner of the auditorium, the huge auditorium with a lot of children. And I don't know what happened. Sai can probably explain better. But he played something that who was in the hall, all the children got up. Everybody got up. In the hand, they were like clapping. And at the end, after the program, after his song was over, they started clapping, Sai, 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 Sai. It was like the whole the auditorium was vibrating with Sai. Then the math teacher of us was standing beside us. He said, "You see now, he's kind of like popular with the whole school. Now the Sai name, right? It's so nice to hear everybody, clapping and calling Sai." But anyway, so that humility with which Swami transforms us, he did not blame me, he did not question me, but he said, just add Sai name to him. There's another thing, by the way, that when he says something genuine, I said, right? Manasyekam, vachasyekam, karmanyekam, mahatmanaha, we say. But then if you add love to that, manasyekam, vachasyekam, karmanyekam, but with love, it becomes divyatmanaha. So what happened is this. I was called to give a talk in Cleveland, Ohio, for Swami's birthday like this. And so we had to go from Boston to Cleveland. It was about 8 hours of journey. I rented a car. And then Sai was very small at that time. I think he was like 4 years at that time. Now, we rented the car. We were supposed to reach there by evening. And there's a birthday program there. And just that morning, what happened is that Sai developed a high fever. And he started to cry. And we didn't know what the reason was. But I had to go. I mean, the 8 hours of journey is there. And he didn't stop crying. He also, Priya, she had done is that she had already enrolled him for a bhajan to be sung there, right? And so he was on the list to be singing there as well. And we reached there a little late. And then even with this fever and thing, Priya insisted that he must sing, and he sang. Okay, I gave the talk. His fever had shot up. He was really in a bad condition. It was almost like a withered flower, right? Like a small child, really withered flower. That's how pitiable the condition was. There's luckily a doctor there at the center by name Dr. Gurumurthy, and he saw him and he said, don't worry about it. He probably has got some infection. So what we'll do is tomorrow morning you come to, it was a Sunday, and he said, I'll open the office for him. You come there at a particular time and I'll see him and I'll check and then let you know what's wrong with him. So the night also what happened is that I had to give another talk, second talk overnight. And so I had no way in which I could be in Sai's presence at all. And Priya was not very happy about that. But anyway, so the talks were over. The next morning we started off. We went to the doctor. He made a check on him. And he said that he has got an ear infection. It's typical for if you go swimming, you get the ear infection. And that had caused this high fever. He said that, well, be watchful, but I don't think you should give him any medicines at this point. But if you need, this is what it is, and take care of him. So we saw the doctor. We started off 8 hours back. But his condition worsened and worsened. It was a non-stop crying over the whole trip back to Boston. I was very worried as to what would happen. So I came home, rushed back home. I took up the phone. I called home. Where? Bangalore. I told you, Swami was there. 24/7 access for us right at that time. So I called and I said that Sai is in a pretty bad condition. I had not even kept the phone down. Swami has heard what I had said. And Swami instructed my mother right away that tell Priya and Sudarshan to take Sai and go down immediately. We were in the sort of like a town home, we were the second floor. And take Sai and go down to the puja hall that's in the ground floor. And Swami also gave an instruction that ask Priya to put Sai on her lap and sit there. I will come in 5 minutes. Does he need 5 minutes to come there? No, we needed 5 minutes to get ourselves ready and come down. Because Priya was in the bathroom, I had to knock, come on, rush out, come on, let's go, because Swami is asking us to go. It may be difficult to understand this, but every one of these things was absolute truth. So we rushed down, just like Swami instructed. He was still crying. And we sat there. Priya put him on her lap. And about 1 minute after we sat down, probably 2 minutes, his crying stopped. Completely stopped. What went on for 8 hours just stopped. I knew he had kept his promise. Swami had come. And then Swami told them there, I went there, he is now all right. No, he'll be fine. I taken care of him. That is how much Swami had taken care of, in many, many ways. The omnipresence that he has shown in many, many ways. I will end with one more, and I think that is probably something that you would be, I hope you'll like it. Again, Shirdi Sai connection here. We were in Boston, and as I told you, my wife frequents the Shirdi Sai temple. And so it is the Vigraham there in the temple is like 6 foot high, almost like a replica of the one that you see in Shirdi. To me, when I went there to the Shirdi Sai temple, I could really feel that Vigraham was not a Vigraham. It is real, actually. So one thing about the temple was that you have free access to the Vigraham. That means any devotee can go and touch the Vigraham. In fact, people will go and offer things to the mouth and stuff like that. I never would want to identify myself with that. I'd not like, but one thing though, very powerful Vigraham that was. Marble statue just like in Shirdi. So I've been to this temple quite a lot. And Thursdays, that place will be jam-packed with a lot of people, okay, and very nice thing. So one day, we go there, and there's a line of people waiting to go to the Vigraham and touch, and because it's a pedestal, you have to go, climb up and come. So I go there and stand, very humbly, very patiently I wait there. There is one guy who's sitting under Shirdi Baba's, a foot, where he puts it on the left hand, so he's sitting on that side. And I'm on the right hand side of Shirdi Baba, he's on the left hand side. This guy is doing like this to the marble statue there, right? Marble Vigraham there. Let me tell you this. We have had the privilege of doing this kind of thing for Swami, in real, in flesh and blood. Okay, so that is a great opportunity we have had many times. That it is, of course, one of the greatest blessings that you can have. But this guy, he is doing this to the marble statue. And then he was taking his own time, oblivious of the fact that we are all waiting in line. Okay, my patience started to slowly run out. No, this guy is absolutely doesn't care for this. He's going on like it's almost like 5 minutes is gone now. 10 minutes, this guy is going on with full devotion. Is going on. I'm like, come on, enough of your PDA, right? No, enough of PDA. Come on. He probably went to PDB now because it's public display of bhakti now, not affection, but it's bhakti. So these are my thoughts, and I also added a little bit of my own, little bit of fun there. That guy's a North Indian. Oh my God, this is me, And these are the thoughts in my mind. And I said, enough, man. Come on, we also have to get in line and get to Dupan. We got to go as well. And just at that time, believe it or not, I'm at the same level as this Shirdi Sai's head, right? I'm looking at Shirdi Baba like this. He is down there. He cannot see his face. Actually, he's doing like this and he's looking up like that. I'm looking at it directly. There's a rose flower that is at the center of Shirdi Baba's. This is a big Vigraham, by the way. It just comes straight like that and takes a kind of like a trajectory like that and falls directly into that guy's hands. He holds it like this, and he's again on to this PDB, right? He's on to the thing. This, of course, Swami is teaching me a lesson there. That is Swami's omnipresence. I did not give up. I said, I got to investigate this because I wanted to be convinced even further. I know this is not a coincidence, by the way. It is not like somebody kept a flower that is about to fall and it fell and just a physical thing. Because I'd been there waiting for this guy to finish. That much time the flower did not fall. Gravity did not act on it, right? This was definitely a deliberate act. And a deliberate act not only to reward him, but to teach me a lesson, right? That is Manasa Bhajare. So I had a doubt. I said, let me go check. There is this robe that is put on Shirdi Baba. There is this head scarf that is put on Shirdi Baba. Maybe it is possible that the head scarf is tied to the robe, and this guy may have tugged the robe, and the scarf would have moved, and the rose flower would have drop down. This is all, this got nothing to do with omnipresence, right? So I said, okay, let me go. When I go do the pradakshanam, right, when I go around, I can see the backside. There was no connection between the scarf and the rope. These two were disjoint. I still wasn't convinced. I went around, I tried to tug at the rope to see if that will move. That didn't move, that nicely pinned, so there's no chance for that to be, off either. But that was the omnipresence. So, Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam. So that guy taught me a good lesson. Not enough to go in front of Shirdi Baba and then, put a namaskar and then come back. Oh, everything's done, everything is taken care of. But the devotion, it is a one-to-one connection between you and God, right? Oblivious of the world around you, oblivious of anything that's around you. And this was a very important lesson for me. So I will stop here. Thank you all very much for inviting me here, the organizers. Let us, with full heart, full manasam, not just the mind, with a full heart, pray to Swami to give us that path, to put us on the right path. Every now and then we may go a little bit astray, but that doesn't make us bad. That doesn't make anybody bad for that matter. So when we say love all, think about this, forgive others. When we see something that's wrong, if we can, help them. But not to develop any kind of hatred, not to develop any kind of dislike towards others, because in each one of us, there is that spirit. Okay. Side on. Thank you.
Dearest Swami, on behalf of all of us present here, we, your Sai young adults, wish you a very, very happy 98th birthday. Today we bear witness and have the opportunity to indulge in the universe's most beautiful paradox, to wish the timeless, the source of all joy, a very happy 98th birthday. You are the Lord of Lords, the King of Kings, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yet on this very day, 98 years ago, you chose to don this beautiful name and form of Bhagawan Shri Sathya Sai Baba and came into our lives as our own Guru, our own God, and our very own best friend. Swami, we, your Sai Lions, as an expression of our joy in supplication at your lotus feet, offer a garland of joyous tunes for your listening pleasure on this beautiful evening of your 98th birthday. Jai Sai Ram.
वंदितो तुला गजभजना सुरेश्वरा.
அரும் தோறும் அணைக்கும் அன்னை விழும் தோறும் எடுக்கும் அப்பன் விளையாடும் போது தோழன் தொழும் தொறும் காக்கும் தெய்வன் அன்னையாய் அப்பனாய் தோழனாய் தெய்வமாய் குழந்தை இப்படியுலாவும் என் சத்குரு சாயிநாதம் வாழி. விழி கிடைத்தது, அபயம் கரம் கிடைத்தது, சாயிநாதன் சரணத்தில் நிழல் கிடைத்தது. விழி கிடைத்தது, அபயம் கரம் கிடைத்தது, சாயிநாதன் சரணத்தில் நிழல் கிடைத்தது. அலை மீது அலையாக துயர் வந்து சேர்ந்த போது, அலை மீது அலையாக துயர் வந்து சேர்ந்த போது, அஞ்சாது எனும் குரலை செவி கேட்டது. அஞ்சாது எனும் குரலை செவி கேட்டது. விழி கிடைத்தது, அபய கரம் கிடைத்தது, சாயிநாதன் சரணத்தில் நிழல் கிடைத்தது. சாயிநாதன் சரணத்தில் நிழல் கிடைத்தது. கோடி ஜென்மம் நான் எடுப்பேன், குருநாதன் அருளிருக்க, உனக்குள்ளே உனக்காக என்னையாகுவே. கோடி ஜென்மம் நான் எடுப்பேன், சாயிநாதன் அருளிருக்க, உனக்குள்ளே உனக்காக என்னையாகுவே. நினைக்காத துன்பப் பலனை வந்து சேர்ந்த போது, நினைத்தாலே அபயம் பெரும் பலம் கிடைத்தது. உன்னை நினைத்தாலே அபயம் பெரும் பலம் கிடைத்தது. விழிக்கிற மோகனதன ஷாம சுந்தர சாயி, ஆனந்த பிரதாயி, நாளாளா ராசிகோ. हम तेरे हैं साई, हम तेरे हैं। दिल की आवाज है, होठों पे बस यही राग है। हम तेरे हैं साई, हम तेरे हैं। हम तेरे हैं साई, हम तेरे हैं। निन्ने पूजिंचले करमुलेरनो, चाहिए साई हमें, बस चाहिए एक प्यार तेरा। अब कुछ न चाहिए साई हमें, बस चाहिए एक प्यार तेरा। तेरे प्यार में ही मिलती है हर चाहत की बहार हमें, हर चाहत की बहार हमें। हम तेरे हैं साई, हम तेरे हैं, हम तेरे हैं साई, हम तेरे
Swami, you are the light in my life, like a star brightly shining in the sky. When I'm scared and afraid to go on, like an angel, you'll help me get by. Like a teacher, you'll be there to teach me to be true. Like a friend, you'll be there. I'll put my trust in you, my Lord, my love, my star, my sweet Lord, my love, my star, my Lord, my love, my star, my sweet Lord, my love, my star. Ma Sai Ma, Ma Sai Ma, Ma Sai Ma, Sai Ma, Ma Sai Ma. You taught me how to pray, oh my Lord, in a way. God is only one, He is there for everyone. Whatever name we call when we pray, that makes me one with the world when I pray. Ma Sai Ma, Ma Sai Ma, Ma Sai Ma, Sai Ma, Ma Sai Ma. तूहे गाऊं, हर तेरे ही गुण गाऊं। इस दिल में तूहे गाऊं, हर तेरे ही गुण गाऊं। मन की मधुरा रे गाना, हर पल में तोहे पाऊं। सिरमोर मुकुट मन मोहे, सोहे वैजंती माला। हे दुरंदन कृष्ण मुरारी। कृष्ण मुरारी दर्शन दे दे नंदलाला मनमोहन तू मुरली वाला केशव माधव गोपाला मनमोहन तू मुरली वाला केशव माधव गोपाला मनमोहन तू मुरली वाला केशव हे गोपाला यदुनंदन तू कृष्ण मुरारी दे दर्शन नंदलाला मनमोहन तू मुरली वाला केशव हे गोपाला यदुनंदन तू कृष्ण मुरारी दे दर्शन नंदलाला मनमोहन तू मुरली वाला केशव हे गोपाला यदुनंदन तू कृष्ण मुरारी दे दर्शन नंदलाला मनमोहन तू मुरली वाला केशव हे गोपाला यदुनंदन तू कृष्ण मुरारी दे दर्शन नंदलाला
ఆనంద బాలుడే ఆనంద బాలుడే తన గుంపుతో ఆడుకునగవచ్చే రామచంద్రుడే రామచంద్రుడే తన బంతులను కనుగొనగవచ్చే
స్వర్గముగమాచ మాధవుడే అవతరించి సత్య సాయి భగవాను ప్రేమయో స్వామి ప్రేమయో సత్య సాయి భగవాను ప్రేమయో మనిషిని మాధవుని చేయ మహినే స్వర్గముగమాచ మాధవుడే అవతరించి సత్య సాయి భగవాను ప్రేమయో స్వామి ప్రేమయో సత్య సాయి భగవాను ప్రేమయో
కొనగా
నీదు సన్నిధి మాకు పెన్నిధి, నీదు ప్రేమే మా ప్రాణము. తల్లి నీవే, తండ్రి నీవే, తల్లి నీవే, తండ్రి నీవే, ప్రాణము మా ప్రాణ నీవే. సాయి దేవా సర్వం నీవే, సాయి దేవా సర్వం నీవే. మనిషి మాధవుని జయ మహినే స్వర్గముగా మార్చ మాధవుడే అవతరించ సత్య సాయి భగవాను ఎంత ప్రేమయో స్వామి ఎంత ప్రేమయో. సత్య సాయి భగవాను ఎంత ప్రేమయో, ఎంత ప్రేమయో స్వామి ఎంత ప్రేమయో. సత్య సాయి భగవాను ఎంత ప్రేమయో.
సాయి బాబా
సత్య సాయి
ఓ
భగవాను
స్తుతి పతి బాబా నమో స్తుతి. సత్య సాయి భగవానుని ఎంత ప్రేమయో, సత్య సాయి భగవానుని ఎంత ప్రేమయో.
आज तुम्हारा जन्म दिवस है,
परब्रह्म
अवतारी सारी सृष्टि
मंगल गाए, जय साई शुभकारी.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you.
निराकार ने आज रूप साकार लिया धरती पर. भारत भाग्य विधाता कहलाया है पुट्टपर्ती पर.
धरती सागर अंबर नाचे, सब तुम पर
बलिहारी सारी सृष्टि मंगल गाए, जय साई शुभकारी.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you.
अब सांस लगाए
साई लेंगे
अवतार. भक्तों के सब पाप कटेंगे, पहुँचेंगे भव पार.
मिल गई साई में
शिव शक्ति और सिया राम गिरधारी. सारी सृष्टि मंगल गाए, जय साई शुभकारी.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you.
स्वर्गलोक
उज्ज्वलं सुन्दररूपं कनकाम्बरधरं करुणामूर्तिं सर्वजनप्रिय प्रेमस्वरूपं पुट्टपर्तीश्वर सत्यनारायणं सपपपनिनमः मापमगरि सा 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 मम गमपमगरि ग पपमः सा सा दसनिनमः पपमः सा सा दसनिनमपमगरि सा साई राम 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 झूमे सारे हम जैसे मन में पवन नाचे मधुबन में जैसे मैया मदन महक रहा है खुशियों का चमन सब मिल गाए हम जय 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 साई भगवान लफ्जों से बयान ना कर पाए हम वो मुस्कान से मिट जाए सारे गम जिनके प्यार से हर पल जिए हम उनकी महिमा गाते रहेंगे श्री साईश्वरं सुन्दररूपं कनकाम्बरधरं करुणामूर्तिं सर्वजनप्रिय प्रेमस्वरूपं पुट्टपर्तीश्वर सत्यनारायणं सपपपनिनमः मापमगरि सा 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 मम गमपमगरि ग पपमः सा सा दसनिनमः पपमः सा सा दसनिनमपमगरि सा साई राम 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 साई राम
सर्वधर्म प्रिय देवा सर्वधर्म प्रिय देवा सर्वधर्म प्रिय देवा प्रिय देवा सत्य साई देवा सत्य साई देवा सत्य साई देवा सत्य साई देवा आयेशु बुद्धनानक आयेशु बुद्धनानक आयेशु बुद्धनानक आयेशु बुद्धनानक सौराष्ट्र महावीर तुम हो सौराष्ट्र महावीर तुम हो सौराष्ट्र महावीर तुम हो सौराष्ट्र महावीर तुम हो राम भी तुम हो कृष्ण भी 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 तुम हो विश्वरूप तुम हो विश्वरूप तुम हो विश्वरूप तुम हो
Wish you happy birthday, Sai Baba. Manku life anta happy ne Sai Baba. Wish you happy birthday, Sai Baba. Manku life anta happy ne Sai Baba.
Wish you happy birthday, Sai Baba. Manku life anta happy ne Sai Baba.
వెంకవదూతకు సాయి బాబా
వెంకవదూతకు సాయి బాబా.
పరిమిచ్చి జనించి సాయి బాబా
వరమిచ్చి జనించి సాయి బాబా.
పుట్టపర్తిలో నా సాయి బాబా
పుట్టపర్తిలో నా సాయి బాబా.
మమ్ము తరించి వర్ధిల్లే సాయి బాబా.
మమ్ము తరించే వర్ధిల్లే సాయి బాబా.
విష్ యూ హ్యాపీ బర్త్డే సాయి బాబా. మనకు లైఫ్ అంతా హ్యాపీనే సాయి బాబా.
Wish you happy birthday, Sai Baba. Manku life anta happy ne Sai Baba.
విద్యాదాతా సాయి బాబా,
విద్యాదాతా సాయి బాబా,
విమల చరిత్ర సాయి బాబా,
విమల చరిత్ర సాయి బాబా,
అన్న వస్త్రదాతా సాయి బాబా,
అన్న వస్త్రదాతా సాయి బాబా,
అభయ ప్రదాతా సాయి బాబా.
అభయ ప్రదాతా సాయి బాబా.
విష్ యూ హ్యాపీ బర్త్డే సాయి బాబా, మనకు లైఫ్ అంతా హ్యాపీనే సాయి బాబా.
విష్ యూ హ్యాపీ బర్త్డే సాయి బాబా, మనకు లైఫ్ అంతా హ్యాపీనే సాయి బాబా.
ప్రశాంతి నిలయే సాయి బాబా,
ప్రశాంతి నిలయే సాయి బాబా,
ప్రాణ ప్రదాత సాయి బాబా,
ప్రాణ ప్రదాత సాయి బాబా.
హారతులివ్వరే సాయి బాబా,
హారతులివ్వరే సాయి బాబా,
హాయిగా ఉండరే సాయి బాబా.
హాయిగా ఉండరే సాయి బాబా.
విష్ యూ హ్యాపీ బర్త్డే సాయి బాబా, మనకు లైఫ్ అంతా హ్యాపీనే సాయి బాబా.
విష్ యూ హ్యాపీ బర్త్డే సాయి బాబా, మనకు లైఫ్ అంతా హ్యాపీనే సాయి బాబా.
సాయి బాబా సత్య సాయి బాబా, సాయి బాబా సత్య సాయి బాబా,
సాయి బాబా సత్య సాయి బాబా, సాయి బాబా సత్య సాయి బాబా,
సాయి బాబా సత్య సాయి బాబా,
సత్య సాయి బాబా,
సాయి బాబా సత్య సాయి బాబా.
సాయి బాబా సత్య సాయి బాబా.
విష్ యూ హ్యాపీ బర్త్డే సాయి బాబా,
విష్ యూ హ్యాపీ బర్త్డే సాయి బాబా.
విష్ యూ హ్యాపీ బర్త్డే సాయి బాబా, మనకు లైఫ్ అంతా హ్యాపీనే సాయి బాబా.
सत्य साई पादाम्बुजं भजरे मानस निरन्तरम् सत्य साई पादाम्बुजं भजरे मानस निरन्तरम् परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं कलिमल दहनं श्री गुरु चरणं कलिमल दहनं श्री गुरु चरणं भव भयनाशन दुरित निवारण भव भयनाशन दुरित निवारण पतिपुरीश्वर पंकज चरणं पतिपुरीश्वर पंकज चरणं भजरे मानस निरन्तरम् भज भजरे मानस निरन्तरम् सत्य साई पादाम्बुजं भजरे मानस निरन्तरम् परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं कलिमल दहनं श्री गुरु चरणं भव भयनाशन दुरित निवारण रतिपुरीश्वर पङ्कजचरणं भज रे मानस निरन्तरम् भज रे मानस निरन्तरम् भज 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 भज रे मानस निरन्तरम् सत्य साई पादाम्बुजं भज रे मानस निरन्तरम्
कमलनयना नारायणा कमलनयना नारायणा क्षीराभिशयना नारायणा क्षीराभिशयना नारायणा मेघवर्ण हरिनारायणा मेघवर्ण हरिनारायणा वैकुण्ठवासा नारायणा प्रशान्तिवासा नारायणा कमलनयना नारायणा क्षीरातिशयना नारायणा मेघवर्ण हरिनारायणा वैकुण्ठवासा नारायणा साई प्रशान्तिवासा नारायणा ॐ नारायणा हरिनारायणा नारायणा हरिनारायणा नारायणा हरिनारायणा वैकुण्ठवासा नारायणा हे प्रशान्तिवासा नारायणा कमलनयना
It's a happy, happy, happy day.
It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Happy birthday, Sai Baba. Happy birthday, Sai Baba. Listen to the angels singing in the sky. Listen to the ocean waves dancing with joy. Listen to the birds singing in the trees. All of them singing happy birthday. Happy birthday, Sai Baba. Happy birthday, Sai Baba. Happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Happy birthday, Sai Baba. Happy birthday, Sai Baba. Listen to the angels singing in the sky. Listen to the ocean waves dancing with joy. Listen to the birds singing in the trees. All of them singing happy birthday. Happy birthday, Sai Baba. Happy birthday, Sai Baba. It's a holy, holy
हविः ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यम् ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिना अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई भक्तजना संरक्षक ॐ जय जगदीश हरे शिवगणा शीतला सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतीका आश्रित कल्पलतीका आपदानवा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे गुरुदैवमु मरियन्तयु नीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्राशयन ॐ जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप हो जय शिव साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंधको मंगल आरती अंधको मंगल गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण साई नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम साई नारायण नारायण जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
Sai Ram. It's a happy, happy, holy day. And it's not a coincidence. It's a Sai incident that it happens to be a Thanksgiving and Swami's birthday. So it's a Sai giving. It's a Sai giving day for all of us. And much thanks to Brother Sudarshanam. Please give him another big hand. with such a divine and beautiful, beautiful stories from Swami. And it feels like, you just transported us, every single one of us, and to Perthi, maybe 1970s, sometime there, when we were, most of us probably not there, but at least, in our mind. So this is how we feel, and such a your beautiful sharings, and we all saw Swami's Leela when the banner fell, when you were talking about Ishwarama Day, Ishwarama and Swami's father, and that's when the banner fell, and then we know that Swami is here, like you shared with us. And thank you so much. And like Swami always says, his birthday is the day when we all blossom divinity in ourselves, as the thought of today for today. And that's what we all should feel, to feel his divinity all the time within us. Such a beautiful program, and please give a big, big hand to this young adult. Such a beautiful program. Thank you. Thank you for bringing everyone together today, and let's celebrate. A quick couple of announcements. As you know, this is a Thanksgiving weekend. We will not be meeting this Sunday here, and the prasadam cake will be given downstairs. Fruits will be given upstairs, and please, there is a big. Just want to confirm. Yes, so Swami has brought a beautiful dusk outside so we can enjoy the fireworks. So right after that, we will be enjoying fireworks. And yes, where is Brother Sudarshanam and Priya? She went down? Oh, there you are. Please come forward. That's a small token of love from all of us right here to both of you. You're part of us, I know. It's just, like we say, it's a sign giving. It's not us. It's sign who's giving us. And I would invite, where is Brother Garu Surya Narayana Madhulaji? Please come. Thank you again. Thank you so very much for the lovely evening. Thank you, and enjoy the Sai Giving weekend, and Sai Ram.
Paramam pavitram
Bhava-vibhutim Paramam vichitram Leela-vibhutim Paramartha-ishtartha-moksha-pradhanam Bhava-vibhutim Niramashayami Leela-vibhutim Niramashayami Miraculous, marvelous creation, flowing from His blessed hand, holy creation, granting us the greatest love, God's divine protection. Beloved Baba, grant us liberation. Beloved Baba, grant us liberation. Amitari Alama. Siempre dando a la vida nuevas esperanzas, bríndanos tu gracias, dulce Sai Baba, bríndanos tu gracias, dulce Sai